Good afternoon, everyone. This is James Ramelli from KeenOnTheMarket.com, and I want to talk today about a weekly option setup using the Ichimoku cloud that actually came across the tape today in E-mini S&P 500 futures, right? So E-mini S&P 500 futures have weekly options listed just like a lot of our favorite equities that we like to trade. And I can use the cloud and the signals on the 5-minute bar in the S&P futures just like I would if I was looking at weekly options in Twitter or Facebook or Apple or Tesla. Okay, now they trade a little bit differently, but I can still get very good risk versus reward setups, especially on a day like today where on Friday I have an expiration that I can trade for today's expiration. They trade just like weekly options in equity. So let's take a look here at the opening 5-minute bar in the S&P futures. We can see that we've been selling off here a little bit into the open. And then this was the first 5-minute bar of the day. Closed here at 2071.5. Now the cloud is sloping lower here, or it would have been sloping lower at the time that this bar printed. So this would have been a signal for a short entry. Now, on Friday, I would look at the money options here, and we can see, and these are the 2070 puts that expired today. We can see that they closed at 4.5 points. Now, these trade not in dollars, but in points, just like the S&Ps. So my risk on a one lot at 4.5 points is the same as it would be if I was risking 4.5 points in the future. All right, futures trade, or the E-mini S&P futures trade at $50 per handle. So here, this contract would have cost me $225 per one lot. Now, unlike the futures themselves, the underlying future, this has that built-in stop there at 0. It can't be worth less than 0. So I know that I could buy these, and I automatically have a 4.5 point stop built in, right? Because it can't be worth less than 0. Now, it continued to sell off throughout the day, bottoming out here at 2062 sometime around 12:30 Chicago time. And take a look at what happened to the option. It was stagnant, flat for a while here until the market really took a swing lower, and this thing traded as high as 8 points. So that's almost a double in just a couple of hours in this trade, and it gave a trader a much better risk versus reward setup and a much easier risk management situation than trading the underlying future, but still had a huge return, right? A trader that would have taken these would have seen their position go from 4.5 to 8 in this trade. A fantastic return, and it actually traded there in there almost twice. Traded above 775 a couple of times there. So fantastic setup. Everybody have a fantastic evening, and as always, happy trading.